Today in the Black Market Outpost, we modify a lightsaber to fit a smuggler. That's coming up. Over the years, I've collected many bits and pieces of lightsabers. Today, we're going to take some of those pieces, modify them, fit them together, add some electronics, and make this lightsaber worthy of our friend the smuggler. Let's head to the shop and get this build started. My friends, when I said I collected a few pieces over the years, I lied. I collected a lot of pieces over the last few years. I knew I wanted to do a leather wrap, so I needed to clear this handle and make a smooth area where I could attach leather. In order to get a nice clean fit, a lot of the edges needed to be just blended together. I needed to get an accurate measurement so that I could turn down the emitter in order to get this shroud to fit on properly. I used just a simple file to clean up the edges so that later on when I go to install the electronics, I wouldn't have any wires getting snagged or hung up. While the hilt is spinning in the lathe, I found a perfect opportunity to take some sandpaper and knock back some of the black paint to give it that weathered look. This lightsaber needed a custom control box, so I decided I was going to make one from scratch. I used something as simple as a coat hanger to tie the two control boxes together. After adding a few greeblies to the control boxes, I was quite pleased with the outcome. The switch section had one hole too many, so I cut a slug and I machined it down to plug the hole. I have the good fortune of having a very close friend in the aeronautical upholstery business, so I've got plenty of leather scrap to play around with. This is just a simple overlay wrap with a little bit of super glue in between each layer. It did take several attempts to get the leather to stretch properly to cover the entire hilt, so if you try this yourself, don't be discouraged. The electronics kit I used came from Etsy, Solo Sabers. Corey does a fantastic job with the pre-wired stuff. It's very simple to drop in, plug and play. I will add a link in the description for Solo Sabers. Wiring the electronics is a skill in its own, and that is one thing I am determined to learn in the near future. If you noticed right there, Corey makes these electronics so that you cannot plug them in incorrectly.
Power on.
Now this wouldn't be a lightsaber fit for a smuggler if it didn't have a juice lid or a hard drive motor in it somewhere. So I decided to make the emitter out of a hard drive motor. I needed to bore out the hard drive motor in order for it to slip over the top of a 1-inch acrylic tube. I took the advice of our friend the smuggler and I used epoxy to put the two pieces together. Well, my friends, we have a lightsaber. I hope you've enjoyed the build as much as I did. Today was just one of many different ways you can construct your own lightsaber. With the electronics available out there, not a very difficult process. Let's take a final look at the outcome with some video provided by our friend the smuggler, Brian Thompson. And remember, just get out in the shop and make time to make something.